Hi everybody, my name is Chef Christo and today I will be showing you how to make a Malva pudding ice cream. Now for those of you who don't know, Malva pudding is a super traditional South African dessert. It's very close to a sticky toffee pudding. It also utilizes evaporated milk and sugar as well as apricot jam to give it a wonderful sticky texture. But today we're not going to be making the cake itself, we're going to be making an ice cream version of the cake. Let's get started. First, we start with caramelizing the evaporated milk with some sugar. Now, I've got 1-to-1 quantities of evaporated milk to sugar. I'm using 80 grams for 2 servings. So, we want to start this at quite a low heat because if you bring it to a high heat too quickly, you're going to caramelize the sugar at the bottom a lot quicker than you want to, and it's going to start burning and it's going to create an uneven texture in your ice cream. So medium to high heat would work, but not too high. Want it to caramelize slowly until you have a medium brown color to your caramel. Now while that's caramelizing, we're going to be making a basic anglaise with eggs, egg yolks, and I got some milk here that I've steeped in lemon rind. So I've got the lemon zest in there, and milk has been sitting with the lemon zest for about half an hour. So don't worry, it's not going to curdle, it's not that sour. So you just want to start heating this up slowly. And we've got just a teaspoon of sugar in here. Just to give it a slight bit of sweetness because we have most of our sugar in the caramel. We don't want the ice cream to be overly sweet. So it's just going to be quite a savory anglaise. In the anglaise, we've got 125 milliliters of milk, a teaspoon of sugar, and the zest of 1 lemon. And we've also got half a teaspoon of vanilla essence. You can use a vanilla pod if you like as well. I would recommend that you do if you have access to a shop that does supply you with vanilla pods, but I know that it isn't easily acquired in South Africa, unfortunately. So it's something that's quite widely available in supermarkets, but if you do get it, it has a much fuller, more intense vanilla flavor than you would get with an essence or an extra. Yeah, so if you're using an electric stove, just keep a very close eye on your anglaise. Electric stoves have a tendency to surprise you with their heat. So it might be cold 1 second, but after a few minutes, you'll realize that the bottom of your anglaise is so hot that you'll end up with partly sweet scrambled eggs and partly anglaise. So just be careful of that one. Anglaise is ready. Caramel still needs to go a little. You want to get that sticky feeling on your caramel, almost like it's starting to turn to a soft toffee. You don't want to whisk this too fast because when you whisk your caramel mixture too fast, you're incorporating a lot of cold air into the mixture, and it will take a lot longer for the sauce itself to caramelize. So if you do stir it, please stir it very slowly. But it is important to stir it every once in a while because you don't want it to catch at the bottom. Alright, so my caramel is looking about ready. You can see it's getting that lovely sticky feel to it. So this cools down to an appropriate temperature, it would be a very thick syrup, perhaps even a very soft toffee feel. So we're just going to let this cool down for a bit, and then we're going to strain the unglaze and add the caramel mixture to the unglaze. We don't want this to be hot, otherwise it's going to curdle the unglaze. So wait for this to cool down for a few minutes, and yeah, and we're almost finished. Our caramel has cooled down, so what we're going to do now is we're going to strain our unglaze mixture just to get all the zest pieces out of it, and if perhaps any part of the egg curdled while it was cooking. And as you can see, the caramel has gone quite sticky. It is lovely and beautiful the way it just trickles down. And this is exactly the kind of texture that you want. Now, the caramel is going to make the ice cream a little dense, but it is going to be extremely smooth. And also, something about the caramel makes the freezing temperature of the ice cream higher. So freezing it in your regular freezer won't make it rock solid. I would almost say, in some cases, that the ice cream is completely spoonable from the freezer directly to the plate without you having to wait half an hour for it to thaw a little. Right. You see, as I stir, this beautiful caramel color coming through. Oh, it's beautiful. So the ice cream is going to have a very light brown color to it. It's going to be very dark, but it's going to have a really lovely, smooth, somewhat intense caramel flavor. Right, so here I have whipped cream blended with apricot jam. You don't want to whip your cream too much, because if you're going to whip your cream to a stiff peak and you fold it into your mixture and put it into a churner, it is definitely going to churn your cream into butter, and you're going to have an ice cream full of butter crystals, and it's very unpalatable. Trust me, it happened to me. I know what I'm talking about. So you want to take it to a soft peak at the most if you do want to blend it. If you don't, that's fine, no problem. It's not an integral part of the recipe. So all you have to do then is mix your apricot and cream mixture to the unglaze mixture. Stir thoroughly. But it's so much fuller with the addition of that lemon zest, and the apricot jam just does something to it that makes it taste like a proper maple pudding. If you ever had maple pudding in your life, you would know. If you haven't, go test the recipe, find it online. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. It is really one of the treasuries of South African cuisine. Right, now this is ready for the churner. If you don't have a churner, don't fret. Whip your cream until a stiff peak, and whip your egg whites until it's stiff as well. And then fold them both into your caramel and unglaze mixture. And then wrap it and put it into the freezer. It should yield a really soft ice cream. It's not going to be as smooth as a churner, but it'll still be a lovely soft ice cream. So if you don't have a churner, you can do that, but I do recommend making this ice cream in a churner, and any other ice cream for that matter. The churner is just going to make life so much easier, and it's a really good investment. honestly. Right, so my ice cream mixture is chilled. I put it in the fridge for about 30 minutes. I do recommend that because you're putting slightly warm caramel into a slightly warm creme anglaise and then adding cold cream to that. So your mixture isn't really that cold, and you don't want to put a semi-cold mixture in an ice cream churner because it's going to take forever to churn. So I can recommend putting your mixture in a fridge for 30 minutes just to cool it down properly, and then it takes about an hour and 30 minutes depending on obviously the wattage of your churner, but usually any household churner will take an hour, maybe more, to churn this mixture. So we're just going to put it in the churner, as easy as that. Beautiful glossy mixture, you can see the shine on it, and that's the shine that we get from the caramel. It's coming through, gorgeous. And snap on the lid, and we're going to put it on a hard setting, and then after it churns in the churner, we're going to put it in the freezer for another 20 to 25 minutes just to set it properly, and then it's ready for spooning. So what I've done is I've already churned a batch of our ice cream mixture, and it's in the freezer, so it's ready for plating, and we can go ahead with that. Right, so here we got our Malva pudding ice cream. Doesn't it just look gorgeous? I don't know if you can see the shine on it, it is so beautiful. And just going to take a wet spoon and make a lovely canal. Oh, that looks amazing. Go.